Hey guys, it's Lisa, and I went to the dermatologist yesterday. I actually go to a dermatologist here in town for all of my dermatology reasons and to get Dysport. So I went there yesterday, or day before yesterday, and when I was waiting in the waiting room, I always like to look at all of their skincare and just see what they have new, and I saw this up at the top. It's called Uplifted Upneeq. Imagine an eye-opening lift with a daily drop of Upneeq, the only FDA-approved prescription eye drop for acquired low-lying lids that lifts your upper eyelids to open your eyes. So I asked the girl at the counter, what's up with this? Tell me about it. She says, oh, it's wonderful. And she was a really young girl, probably in her, I would say late 20s. She said, I have a lazy eye and it always shows in photos, so I like to use it for that. And I said, wow, okay, I've never heard of that. So are your eyes looking a little tired? Take a look in the mirror. What do you see? And it shows you like the different eye droopiness. You may have acquired ptosis, which would be like hooded lids, you guys, hooded lids. Okay, let me give you my story. You know, if you've been here, if you haven't, hey, I'm Lisa. But I grew up with fabulous hooded lids that I think are beautiful. Very natural, not extreme, and never thought anything of it. I was blessed to grow up without social media pointing out every single thing wrong with your face. Never thought a thing about it. This is a little fun fact. If you go back to my first video, the very first one I made, I remember that was either, I think it was the second time I had ever had Botox. And I didn't realize that I have a heavy brow and that if I got Botox, Dysport, or anything right here, it would make my brows drop like this, make it where I couldn't go like that. And that is what had happened. So if you go back to those videos, you will see my eyes are very different because I could not lift my eyes, and it was the weirdest, craziest feeling. So from then on, I do not get Botox right in here. They have to keep it up here. Just a little tip. So this is supposed to be good for that situation. If you have an eye drop, I think years later, I did have someone go down too far and one of my eyes dropped, which is almost worse. So it's good for that. And then it's just plain old good for people with heavy eyelids. It says 84% of patients had some level of improvement. 74% had more than 50% improvement. It's supposed to be safe, and we are going to try it today for the very first time. Now, another little bit of backstory is I did have blepharoplasty because mine had gotten so bad that if I had just the perfect amount of Botox and the perfect placement, I could get it to look pretty good and I could hide the folded skin with eyeshadow. But as soon as it wore off, or if I didn't get the right placement, it was bad. And one side, was it this side? One side was much worse than the other. Matter of fact, when I went back to the plastic surgeon, he said we could have gotten insurance to cover that because it was folding down onto my lids. What happens is the fat that you have in there that creates the beautiful hooded eye, like everything else in our face, it drops. The good fat kind of melts away, you know, the whole aging process. So I did have a blepharoplasty and I have never looked back, do not regret it, wholeheartedly recommend it. One of the easiest procedures you will ever have. It healed like within a week. The scars are basically gone. So it was totally worth it. So I do not have heavy lids, but I'm going to use this today. I'm going to wait the 15 minutes that it says, and we're just going to see if we see a difference. The main thing I wanted to do is bring this to your awareness because I've never heard about it. My doctor gave me 3 packets. First of all, she's the best in town, well known. I don't even know how I got in with her. It's a blessing. Very conservative. Like every time I go to get Dysport, I have the appointment for Dysport and or filler, and I never get it. I haven't gotten filler in my lips or anywhere, definitely since I've been in this house. I think right before I moved into the rental house, I had some Sculptra. It was okay. Like, I'm not against it, but she's not someone who just wants to fill you up. You know what I mean? Other big disclosure is you cannot have your contacts in when you put this in, and you have to wait the 15 minutes. So I do wear one contact, minus 1.75. I wear it in my right eye. So this eye I can see far away, this eye I can see up close. Now I've tried, you're gonna say that they make contacts with I've tried all that. This works best for me. So I'm going to take out the one that I have in. It's good for day-to-day functioning, reading, driving, computer use, keeps you from looking tired, asymmetrical eyes, which we all have asymmetrical eyes, but you can see this eye is much smaller than that eye. That's why I can't do just one eye, because my eyes are very different anyway. Let's read the directions. How to apply. Cut your foil open and remove single-use vial. So here it is. Apply 1 drop of Upneeq in each affected eye as directed. Do not let the tip of the vial touch your eye or any other surface. So you could just do the one eye. And I have the cost written down. I will put all the information down below. Seems like it wasn't crazy expensive. Vials should not be opened or reused and should be thrown away after applying drops. If you wear contact lenses, remove them before applying Upneeq drops. You may put them back in 15 minutes later after applying Upneeq. If more than one topical drug is being used, the drug should be administered within 15 minutes apart. Okay, that's if you have dryness, or like me, sometimes I use Lumify. I didn't do that today because I didn't want it to, 1, I was scared, and 2, I didn't want it to affect how my eyes look. Okay, we're gonna twist that off. Look at me really good. It's 11:43. That's my daughter Brooke. Okay, I'm just gonna look ugly here for a minute. Okay, let me do this side because I know I got some in there. But I'm gonna do a little bit more just to make sure. Does it burn? No. Do I feel it in there? Yes. And of course, everything looks kind of weird to me because I'm used to having that contact in. There is right after I put it in, 11:44. Does something to the muscle up here. They say it's the same thing, just in a stronger dose that's in Afrin. But they say, you know, a lot of people that use it, it just improves their day because it makes everything brighter. You need to read about how important it is to our circadian rhythm and our brains for us to look into the sun. I'm not talking about middle of the day overhead sun. I'm talking about sunrise, sunset. I have quit using my sunglasses to walk at night because of that. You ever feel like if you stand in the sun, just like you'll find animals, there can be a sliver this much of the sun and your animal is going to lay in it because it's good for us. The sun is not really, really bad for us all the time. We need it. Sometimes it's good just in the morning to go out, get some of that sunlight in your eyes, let the sun go into your body. We need the vitamin D. And don't be afraid of the sun. I don't think you should be. Talk to your doctor. Okay, so now it's 11:46. I'm gonna go. I just did this makeup look, literally just did it. Everything's still sitting here, this fall makeup. I'm gonna go load it on my computer, do a few things, and I'll come back at 12 o'clock just to see, and we'll talk until 12:05 or so just to make sure. And I'll tell you how it feels. You'll see how it looks. And this may be a game changer for a lot of people that want to get blepharoplasty. And the hooded lids in general, it may help you with that. I think it said it averages 1 millimeter, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it really is when it comes to your eyes. If you are thinking of getting blepharoplasty, it could be a good trial to see how it feels. But I can tell you, when I got my lids done, it felt like the world opened up. You don't realize how much light and how much of your vision is impaired by that really saggy, heavy eyelid. And then if the whole eye droop happens during your Botox, this could be an answer for that too. So it could be like a big deal. So let's see, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I have just been going over my Friday video that I'll post tonight. That's how it is. It's like you're working on all these different things at one time. But it is 12:03. I feel like I feel more openness down there, if I had to say anything. So I do feel brighter. At first, it almost felt not tingly, but almost fresh, like a fresh feeling. It's almost like I feel a little bit more openness right here and weird on the bottom. It's 1206. Wow, I don't know, I do feel it. Do you see less of my top lid? Let me know down below. This eye, I can feel a little bit of feeling of my contact being in, but I mean, I've waited the whole time. But the video I watched this morning, the notes I took just to be able to tell you about, because she was a doctor. She said it's good for heavy lids, Botox droop, not good for pregnancy. For if you're pregnant, don't use this, or if you have any cardiovascular issues. Same as the Afrin nasal spray, 2 times as strong. Good for photos, talks, lasts 6 to 8 hours. 30 days, 160, 45 days, 240. So, do you guys see less of my top lid maybe? Look into my eyes and tell me what you see. My dress I have on today is a Zara dress. I'll put an outfit of the day video on in here. This is a ring that I've been wanting to show you. It's the Lisa ring from Miranda Fry, and they named it after me. So thank you to Miranda Fry for doing that. I love this ring. It is beautiful. I love that baguette. You guys know how much I love like that design. It wears well. It is a must-have ring. It is. And Lincoln Park After Dark. These are also Miranda Fry earrings. I love, very 90s, I think. Miranda Fry, this is her fine jewelry. It's the cross pendant. I love how dainty and pretty it is. And I think that's it. So I hope that you enjoyed this. And I hope that I can help one of you. If I like it, I might use it. I would just probably use it for, you know, days that I film, which would be almost every day, but at least 3 to 4 days a week. And let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.